Good morning. How are you all today? Welcome to Bible class with Andre and Betty. We're continuing our studies from the book of 1 Samuel, and today we're in chapter 6. Our subject is Don't Play with God. We're going to see these Philistines trying to send the ark back to the rightful place that it belongs. And we're going to see another incident in when just because people in this area looked into the chest that was carrying the sacrifices that the Philistines had put together, just looking in the ark, over 50,000 people died. So God is holy, and our approach to Him must be according to His design, not according to our will and our way, because our ways are not His ways, our thoughts are not His thoughts. So we have to be careful to follow His leadership. So we're in 1 Samuel chapter 6, verse 1. And the ark of the Lord was in the country of the Philistines 7 months. So that's how long the ark was out of place. It was not in Shiloh where it belonged. Verse 2. And the Philistines called for the priest and the diviners, saying, What shall we do to the ark of the Lord? Tell us wherewith we shall send it to his place. And remember, the ark of the ark represents the presence of God amongst the people. And so they're treating the ark as though it's an object or an idol that they can do whatever they want with. And so they're asking the priests, the religious heads, and the soothsayers and psychics, are the diviners. They're asking them what should they do to be able to send the ark back to where it belongs. Verse 3, and they said, these diviners and priests said, If ye send away the ark of the God of Israel, send it not empty. Don't send the empty ark back to where it belongs, but in any wise return him a trespass offering. Then ye shall be healed of your hemorrhoids and painful sores, and it shall be known to you why his hand is not removed from you. And so if you do this and follow our direction, then you're going to be okay. Now, every nation under the sun has a God they worship, false gods and idolatry and all of this. Everybody has a religious head, but we serve the true and living God. So then they said, verse 4, what shall be the trespass offering? The trespass offering is given because we're violated the way that God has designed for us. And so they said, what shall be the trespass offering which we shall return to him? The priest and diviner said, they answered, 5 golden emeralds. So make an image of your painful sores, and 5 golden mice. And these are rodents in the land of the Philistines. So they answer 5 golden emeralds and 5 golden mice, according to the number of the lords of the Philistines. For one plague was on you all and on your lords. Verse 5. Wherefore ye shall make images of the hemorrhoids, and images of your mice that mar the land. And ye shall give glory unto the God of Israel. Peradventure he will lighten his hand from off you, and from off your gods, and from off your land. So if you do this and put them where we're telling you to, things are going to work out well for you all. So the priest and the diviners asks in verse 6, Wherefore then do ye, the Philistines, harden your hearts, as the Egyptians and Pharaoh hardened their hearts? When God had wrought wonderfully among them, did they not let the people go, and they departed? He's rehearsing for what happened to the people of Israel when they came out of Egypt. Verse 7. Now, therefore, this is what you can do. Now, therefore, make a new cart, and take 2 milk kine, or 2 milk cows for milking, on which there hath come no yoke, and tie the kine, or hitch the kine to the cart, and bring their calves home from them. In other words, don't take the little calves with them, but hitch them to a cart, and let the calves stay home. Verse 8. And take the ark of the Lord, and lay it upon the cart, and put the jewels of gold, which ye return him for a trespass offering, in a coffer or chest by the side thereof, and send it away, the ark away, that it may go. Verse 9. And see, if it goeth up by the way of his own coast to Beth-shemesh, then he had done us this great evil. But if not, then we shall know that it is not his hand that smote us. It was a chance and that happened to us. So they're giving the Philistines a way of knowing whether or not God's hand was upon them because of Israel and the ark, or if this just happened to happen to them by chance. And these 2 cows that are hitched up to the cart have never been wrought with, means they had never labored in any work together. And by them taking the same way, that shows how different parts and different people can yoke up together and follow God's directions as he leads us in our everyday life. And so verse 10 says, and the men did so, and took 2 milk kine, and tied them to the cart, and shut up their calves at home. Verse 11. And they laid the ark of the Lord upon the cart, and the coffer or chest, with the mice of gold, and the images of their emeralds. Verse 12. And the kine took the straight way to the way of Beth-shemesh, and went along the highway, mooing or lowing as they went, and turned not aside to the right hand or the left. And the lords of the Philistines went after them unto the border of Beth-shemesh, which is in the land of Judah, in the land of Palestine. Verse 13. And they of Beth-shemesh were reaping their wheat harvest in the valley, And they lifted up their eyes and saw the ark and rejoiced to see it. So this is the people of Israel. They're rejoicing because now they see the ark coming back. Verse 14. And the cart came into the field of Joshua of Beth-Shemite and stood there, where there was a great stone. And they clave the wood of the cart that they had made, the new cart they had made, and offered the two kind of burnt offering unto the land. Now these are not the Philistines, these are the men of Beth-Shemesh. Verse 15. And the Levites took down the ark of the Lord and the coffer that was with it, wherein the jewels of gold were, and put them on the great stone. And the men of Beth-Shemesh offered burnt offering and sacrifices the same day unto the Lord. Verse 16. And when the 5 lords of the Philistines had seen it, they returned to Ekron the same day, so they went back to their land. Verse 17. And these are the golden emerods which the Philistines returned for a trespass offering unto the Lord. For Ashdod 1, for Gaza 1, for Askelon 1, for Gath 1, and for Ekron 1. So these are 5 cities that belong to the Philistines. So they made an image for each city. And the golden mice, verse 18, according to the number of all the cities of the Philistines belonging to the 5 lords, both of fenced cities and country villages, even unto the great stone Abel, whereon they, the men of Beth-Shemesh, set down the ark of the Lord, which stone remaineth unto this day in the field of Joshua the Beth-Shemite. 19. And he smote God, he is God, smote the men of Beth-Shemesh, because they had looked into the ark of the Lord. Even he smote of the people 50,000 and 70 men. And the people lamented because the Lord had smitten many of the people with a great slaughter. And so this is because men are playing with the ark as though God does not exist. And it means something. The ark of God represents the presence of God, and our approach to him must be, again, according to his design. Verse 20. And the men of Beth-Shemesh said, who is able to stand before this holy Lord God? And to whom shall he go up from us? Then, verse 21, and they sent messengers to the inhabitants of Kirjath-jearim, saying, the Philistines have brought again the ark of the Lord. Come ye down and fetch it up to you. So they're still trying to get the ark of God back to the right place, but they're using their own ideas, and it's not going to come out well until God's way is recognized and honored. And that's true even today. Our ways have to conform to the ways of God, but our ways can't conform to him until we're born again, and then we're transformed day by day into the image of his dear Son, Jesus Christ. So that's our lesson for today. Thank you all for listening, and we hope to see you next time. In the meantime, remember the day of grace will conclude at the rapture, and we don't know when the rapture is going to occur. It could be today. It could be any day, any moment of any day that is in the future. So you all be blessed, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.